Well, the building when I came was not in the best of shape, and we got indications that really it was in serious condition. And when we hired a company to do a preservation study of the church, and they indicated that there was $2 million worth of preservation work that was necessary. I remember when I opened that, I almost fell off my chair. I couldn't believe that. But the building had been neglected over the years when the parish was in a state of decline. It wasn't being maintained, and preventive maintenance work wasn't being done. It's the obligation of the people who are in a parish at a time to care for the building that is entrusted to them. So we've been trying to be good stewards of the building entrusted to us. And it's a great building, and it works wonderfully for liturgy. It's the right size, and I think we have to care for it. Building is always proclaiming the message of the gospel. So if people come by a building that's in good shape, it says these people care about the building, they care about the gospel, they care about themselves, they care about the community, they're a good neighbor to the community, they care about how their building looks on the street, in the neighborhood. And so it's important to have a building in good shape, because as soon as you go into a person's house, you start making judgment. You don't say it out loud, but if the place is a mess, you say, well, these people don't care about what they where they live. Or if you go into a restaurant and it's dirty and it's unkempt, it's right away says something to you. So if you go into a church, it's neat, it's clean, it's maintained, it's beautiful, it starts to speak a positive message before the priest or anyone else opens their mouth. So we want the building to proclaim a positive message. It's proclaiming the gospel all the time, day in and day out. And if a building's in good shape, it probably gives you an indication that the people inside it are in good shape too. Well, the challenges are, well, first of all, the tremendous cost. Nothing is cheap. Everything's in tens of thousands. So when you have a small parish, you obviously have continuing operating expenses, and so the capital improvements, that's always an extra type of thing. So it's the money thing. It's also trying to find the right people to do the job. We've had experiences of having wrong people do work who aren't familiar with dealing with a historic building or really don't know the construction as well as they should. So to find the right company. Like the tower project, we actually studied that tower project probably for, I would say, about 5 years before we came up with the particular approach that we took. And by taking a long time to do it, we got a better approach and a better plan. One of the things we're fortunate about here in the parish, we have a buildings and grounds committee made up of people who are in construction, engineering, architecture, people of skills, and so we look at things ourselves as well as bringing people in to give their opinion. So the challenge is to find the right people, find the right plan, find the money to do it, and then you also have to get the congregation enthusiastic about their building, to care for their building, to take pride in their building. And I think we've been able to do that because they've seen their money make a difference. So they've seen, for example, air conditioning came in, the bathroom on the first floor, the new steel to support the floor of the church, the redone plaster, the redone windows. They've seen things happening. And so this scaffolding proclaims that things are happening. They see that their contributions are making a positive difference in their church. I mean, it would be great to have a new building without having to deal with all these challenges, but this is the building we have, and certainly my own personal feeling is I want to present this building to the next pastor and to the people who come after us in the best way possible. One of the things I say, if you don't take care of your building, you're stealing money from the next generation that comes after you, because they're going to have to fix the building that you didn't take care of. So I think it's very important when people have a historic building that they have been given, that they care for it and pass it on, even in a better situation that's been passed on to them. Because as you know, John, if you don't take care of the building and don't do preventive maintenance and don't fix it right, it's not going to get better by itself.